Are you coming back to school with me? We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host on Teaching with Board Games, here for round five of the Duel of Ages II Rush campaign. There's going to be 12 turns in the game, so we're approaching the halfway mark, and things are really starting to heat up. Now, there were a few mistakes made, and I noticed all but one on my own. First mistake is that, for one, Leo Penny here, when you look at his Griswold revolver, he had 2 op-fire shots, so he would have been able to do an op-fire shot on Piccolo, as well as Piccolo came around the corner. So that's something to be aware of. Also, not that it mattered, but Damon Raven he's a futuristic character firing a futuristic gun, and he was on a futuristic tile. He would have got +1 to hit. I forgot to mention that. I think I remembered it before, but I'd forgotten it this time. But as it turns out, it didn't matter because he had hit anyway. Another one was pointed out to me by a viewer is that on these tiles, the encounters, you see that lawyers, it's blue, and grenadiers is brown. That's because these are specific to the age, and so anybody who's doing it, if they match the age, should be getting a +1 bonus. I think there was one instance where there was somebody off by 1, so if you had seen anybody who failed the thing by 1 but matched the age of the tile or the token, just maybe let me know in the comment section below. That way I can give that character a free common card. Hopefully it doesn't upset the game balance too much, but you know, at this point, it's my first time playing this one, and as I keep saying, I will just aim to do better. So we're going on to the white team's turn. Oh, and the last one was big. The last one was a big one. There's confusion and things. I'd forgotten to put a token on Piccolo when he'd been op-fired by Damon Raven. So Damon Raven did shoot Piccolo and did 2 damage to him with his compression rifle. But then I had Damon Raven also then hit him in close combat. So that meant that Damon Raven is in fact alive, and Piccolo is the one who was defeated. So Piccolo was beaten before he had a chance to fight back in close combat. So that means Damon Raven is an assassin. So we're going to say that Damon Raven has just killed Piccolo. So Piccolo is gone from the game now. So I will remove Piccolo. And so Damon Raven is still there with Frost Dancer and with Leo Penny, aka Tom Vassell, breathing down his neck. Okay, so that is the change. That is the mistakes I had noticed. If you noticed any others, then as I said, please let me know. I do want to try and get things right, but you know, sometimes we just make some mistakes. And also, I had a bit of a cat quake after the last one. For those of you who don't know, a cat quake is when you don't cover your board like you should be, and your cat walks over it. And so I noticed some of the tiles and tokens were in different spots. So I've gone back over the things and looked at the pictures to see. Oh, I noticed this one's off here. So if you see any, there seems to be another one off here. I'm gonna have to find out where these ones went. These 2 here. But if you notice any other things which aren't where they should be, then let me know in the comment section, and that way I can put things back to where they should be placed. All right, so we're going on to Team White's turn now for turn 5. And a few things happening. This is going to be an interesting turn, especially with Damon Raven back now. So let's just make sure we're doing everything properly. So the free action phase, fire, and then move. So free action. So free action phase, there's nobody together. None of the characters together. So the free action, there's nobody that can trade. However, William Wallace has a Redoubt Cube. And it's a free action. He can move the user to any space inside his allied team base. And that's what he was doing. He was trying to lure the TIAX assassin away from where he's going to be ending up. So trying to give himself some more breathing room here. So he's using this. I think it should have intelligence over 2. intelligence of 5, so he's good. So he's going to use this, and his respect. Okay, I just have to double check that too. So his respect is not equal to 7, so he's not going to be drawing a secret card for this one. All right, so he's used the Redoubt cube, and he is just being. Oh, this my cat puked out that one time, so I have to glue his tile back together. We'll just move him over here. Now I'm going to put him here because I was looking at the thing. Instead, for a Lith tribute, you have to either stop on the HQ space or move through it. So if I started on it, I don't think I could. So his idea is he's going to grab a Lith tribute, get to the caves with Orpitu, and hopefully Orpitu in the caves is going to be that much stronger, especially with William Wallace there supporting him, and maybe they can take out the TIX assassin. But the question is, I haven't counted it out because I want to sort of be, I'm curious to see how it's going to go, but I want to see if they're going to have the ability to make it there before the assassin catches up with them. So we'll see. And then, so he's gone there. That's the only free action that I'm doing. So then going on to firing. So Leo Penny is going to fire at Frost Dancer. He can do that. And Mr. Catskill, I think his grenade is only, it's only a range of 3. So he's got a grenade. He's out of range to shoot at Ryan Knight here. And as is the Headless Horseman, out of range to shoot at anybody. Actually, Headless Horseman down here has his head has a range of 2, and the grenade he has a range of 3, so he's even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's well out of range of shooting Rizzik. So he is going to. There's no shots there. So, and I think that's going to be it for shots. Adigan the Rat has a shotgun and a sling. What's it say here? -1 damage rating with melee cards, minimum 0. Okay, so yeah, he could maybe do some damage. He can, the idea was he was going to run for it out the side here because he has a clear path now down to escaping. But we'll need to see. He could try and shoot Brad or something. But Brad's got a very good stealth. Brad's not good at much, but I guess avoiding attention is one thing Brad likes to do. So recharge, play immediately after the owner is about to lose a weapon. After a kill, the weapon is not lost. So he's got a terrible aim, but his point is good, and his throw is good too. So he could actually use the sling quite effectively. Oh wow, that is quite good penetration and damage for the sling. 4/4. So yeah, he's too weak to use the sling though, because you need a strength of 4. And he's too weak to use the shotgun. So he is not attacking Brad. That is, we'll put that one out of our minds. Let me just quickly go and check to see how many points you get for escaping. So in looking at it, then you have your base achievement for who has done the most damage to the bases. Your Lith achievement for who's brought the most gifts to Lith. Your combat achievement for who's done the most damage for killing / imprisoning. And then you have your escape achievement. The escape achievement is 1 point out of all those points, and so it's just who manages to escape first or whatnot. So it's I thought at first it was 4 points. I thought it was like a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal. It's 1 achievement out of the achievements. So I mean, it could tip the balance, of course, but yeah, right now, like I'd say Team White has the advantage, with just they're starting to do some damage, and the combat seems to be going more their way. But who will see what happens? Team Black could make a comeback. A lot of things happen. So, but let's just move on. So we're going to go on to the shooting. So we have Leo Penny versus Frost Dancer. So for Leo Penny versus Frost Dancer, he is a point of 8. Now he got +1 before. Why did he get he did +1 because he's firing the Griswold revolver. So he's getting +1 to hit with that because he has the special ability on the bottom of his card here, down here. So he matches that, so he is able to use this one more effectively. So he has a point of 9 versus Frost Dancer's stealth of 8. So it's attacker better by 1. An attacker better by 1 is a hit. So this could kill Frost Dancer right here. So his revolver is a penetrate of 5 versus her armor of 2, which is plus 0 damage. So that is it for Frost Dancer. She is down. So as I said, now Frost Dancer, I don't picture Leo Penny / Tom Vassell as a killer, so he is going to imprison her and put her into there. So that saves Damon Raven. Okay, then for other shots, I don't think there's any other shots to do as I'd said, so we're going to go on to the movement. Yeah, I think Adigan feels safe enough to move. So anyway, Leo Penny's shot, so he can't move. Headless Horseman. So the Headless Horseman has a move of 7. And let's see. Maybe he's going to go up here and defend his base. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come around to there. And Mr. Catskill, he's not great in hand-to-hand combat or anything. Throw the grenade. What can he do well? I'm just thinking maybe if he goes into here, could he bust it up or something? Maybe that's what he could do. So, movement of 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you know what? He'll go to there. And so Damon, well, actually, we'll go. So he's moved. So Damon is going to come after Jenny, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, he could have fired at Jenny. That's what he could have done. So he'll do that. He is going to fire at Jenny. She has a stealth of 6. He has a aim of 8. Aim of 9. So he has a point of 7. +1 because he matches the symbol. And then another +1 because it's a futuristic weapon with a futuristic character on a futuristic tile. So he's got a point of 9 versus her stealth of 6. So his attacker better by 3 is a hit. And so his gun is a penetrate of 9 versus her armor of 2. Attacker better by 7 is womp womp. This is a hit attempt with a melee card or a ranged weapon. You break the weapon. It was not a hit attempt. This was a damage attempt. So that was 1 card off from, which is funny because Jenny's ability is this incredible luck she has where she can do a melee. Melee hits against Jenny. She adds her wits. Oh, once per game, use her wits rating instead of a normal rating. Interesting. Okay. So we're moving on then to. So he can't move then. Adigan is going to move. And he's going to go 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So covered by those buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's coming around there. He can escape next turn if he chooses. And then it is Mr. Catskill's moved. Melina Arabato with her camel. She's going to ride her camel. So I guess she would have to have revealed that in the free action phase, and she is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. She will try and get some more points for these encounters, because whichever team has done the most encounters also gets 1 point. Melissa Orpatu is going 6, so you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, and then William Wallace has a movement of 7. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out to there. Oops, he is, like I said, falling apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. So that's William Wallace. And he will have a Lith tribute, which I will put with him in a moment. And that is it for the movements. Opfire. So we have Opfire shots. This will not see him. This one could have fired at the Headless Horseman or Melina. Now this stinger here does only 1 damage. Melina has 3 points left, so the chance of killing her is slim. Headless Horseman has a stealth of 6. Melina has a stealth of 6. I'm just thinking, do we want to try and hurt the Headless Horseman? No, you know what? I think we'll just continue to work over Melina. So as she's running up, so got the clear shot on her, and so it'll be the stinger has an aim of 7 versus her thing of 6. So that is a range. That is a defender attacker better by 1. Attacker better by 1 is a hit, and her armor is 2 versus its penetrate of 6. Attacker better by 4. Attacker better by 4 is +0, so it's done 1 damage to her. She's up to 3 damage now. So she has 2 life points left. And other Opfire. Jenny doesn't have anything. I don't think anybody else has any ranged weapons. Ryan Knight, actually. Ryan Knight can shoot at Mr. Catskill as he goes running by. So Mr. Catskill will shoot at him. Well, actually, the Headless Horseman could take a fireball shot from Rizik the Red. Okay, so first off, we're going to do Mr. Catskill has a stealth of 5. Ryan Knight has an aim of 4, so it's a defender better by 1. Defender better by 1 is a miss, so he's not very good with that rocket launcher. And Rizik the Red, his point is 7 versus the Headless Horseman's stealth of 6, so it's attacker better by 1. Oh, no, but the line of sight would mean that he's firing through the trees here, so that'd be +2. So defender better by 1, because Headless Horseman have a defense of 8 now versus his point of 7. So defender better by 1 is a miss. So he missed with the fireball. Yeah, so that's going to be it for the Opfire. Melee, there is none. Nobody's in melee right now. And it's adventuring. So adventuring, we have Mr. Catskill, we have Melina, and that is it. So Melina, we'll do Mr. Catskill first. So he's going into here. He's trying to get through this thing. So it's his stealth of 6, stealth of 5 versus the challenge of 7 here. So that's defender better by 2. Defender better by 2 is a fail. So he is not getting in. And then Melina. Melina here is going for Shooting gallery, it is colonial, which doesn't match her age. She's modern. So it's an aim of 5. And she has an aim of 7. So she is good. So she's earned that for her team. And that is it for adventuring. So going to take a quick break and be on for Team Black. Okay, on to Team Black. I brought out a Lith tribute. Of course, I think William Wallace is a man who appreciates the value of bacon and knows that Lith does too. So he's going to be carrying that bacon off to Lith right now. I was just looking at it again. So in the game, there's going to be 5 points to be scored. And that way, there's going to be sure that there's not a tie. So you have your Lith tribute, which nobody has right now, but William Wallace is on his way. I guess it could be a tie, but nobody gets the Lith tribute. But then you have your base tribute, your base point, which is being won by Team White right now. You have your combat, which is being won by Team White right now. Then you have your encounters, which is being won by Team White right now. And then you have your escape, your rush points, which is being won by nobody right now, but I mean, Adigan or Casino could be the first to start getting some points there. The thing is being down 2 players right now, it doesn't really seem like a good idea to be trying to lose more players right now by running out, like getting Casino to run out. So I'm going to reconsider that move. So in the free action phase, I don't think there's anything to happen in the free action phase. Everybody who could be doing something is, well, I don't think anybody has anything to do in the free action phase. We're just going to go on to firing. For the fire phase, the only person who can fire right now is Ryan Knight could fire at either Melina, which is not a good idea because of the trees in the way, or Mr. Ryan Knight here. Or I guess he could also fire at the Headless Horseman. But, yeah, probably has, Headless Horseman, I would argue, might have some cover there because the line of sight is going to be going through this hex here. So, if you look at it that way, yeah, it's going through this cover hex here. So, Ryan Knight would, Mr. Catskill would be the more obvious target. If he could actually hit for once with his rocket launcher. Or he can just go into the base and try and repair something. So to repair that thing, to undo the damage, is Justice or Honor, which he has a 5. It's going to be difficult for him to repair that one. He could go for a Lith tribute. You know, see, this team has a disadvantage of the Lith tributes because of the configuration of where the entrance is. They have to go around the long way. To heck with it. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to come up to here. Now, what's his abilities? Gains +1 to hit against beings and fiends. Ignores any mental abilities that he wishes. Okay, that's good, because I was just thinking he's going to get spooked by... Actually, he could have ignored that spook ability before when down here he could have done stuff. Anyway, this is stuff I need to know. I also realized I made a mistake that Frost Dancer was not allowed to end in the same square as another, same hex as another ally. So she would have had to have maybe gone against Leo Penny. So things would have been a little different, but this is part of the thing when you're trying to control 16 characters plus film plus all these other things going on. Mistakes are made. My apologies. I will just try to do better. So he's going up there. He can ignore the ability to find the Headless Horseman. I think he's just going to try to soften up William Wallace a bit, maybe hopefully even kill him, or Damon Raven. There's a bunch of things he could be doing here. I think the thing right now is let's just get some damage happening. So anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So Casina is back in human form, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think she's just going to go over there and desperately try to get some things. Now her respect is high actually, and this one here was the cheerleaders. I know this one. This is the one that the Headless Horseman failed. So she can do this one. I know she could do this one. So I hate moving her away from everything, but this also starts to build up some points for their encounters, because encounters is one of the things. Okay, so that's Casina. Rizik the Red's going to, this is again why I need to be more cognizant of the abilities of the characters. So he's got a good intelligence, and yeah, so I'd love to be able to break out Frost Dancer, but it's not going to happen. So he's going to come into here, and he is going to use his teleport ability to move up to 3 spaces away. He's going to go right there onto the thing there. His stealth is only 6. Okay, so that Frost Dancer's in the jail. Brad is going to come up here. He's going to adventure in there. Ryan Knight has moved. Jenny McGiddy is in her space. The assassin is going, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The assassin adventure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Try and cut off William Wallace up there. And does he always have to make the shortest path? Speed. Yeah, he only has to attack that target. It's not like limited in terms of direction he takes to get to that target. All right, so he's going to go there, and that's TAX, and then Piccolo's gone as well. So this is it. This is who we're down to. So looking at the next things, we've done the move. Nobody's firing this turn. So we go into the op fire. So we have op fire. The gate will get to shoot. The guardian of the gate, and Headless Horseman could do an op fire shot. He could do an op fire shot, and Ryan Knight, I'd say, is blocked by this thing here, by the corner of the base, and then Leo Penny can do an op fire shot. So we have a few op fire shots coming in. So first op fire shot, we'll go. We'll just start at the top here. So Leo Penny is going to do. Oh, now Leo Penny would have lost the Griswold revolver because he killed Frost Dancer. So he'll be shooting now with the percussion Derringer at the assassin as it comes in. So the percussion Derringer is point versus stealth. His point is 9 because he has +1 to hit with these pistols as well. You see he's proficient with 2 types of pistols. So he's getting 9 versus the assassin's stealth of 5. So it's attacker better by 4. Attacker better by 4 is a hit. And the penetration on this thing is a 3 versus the assassin's armor of 5. So defender better by 2 is no damage. Yeah, this assassin's getting hit, but things are just like ricocheting off its hide. So Damon Raven could shoot through the trees at it as well, so he'll do that. So he attacker better by, ooh, so he's got a 9 and versus 7, so 2, so he missed. His shot missed. And then we are on to, so Damon Raven, Headless Horseman actually. So Headless Horseman will fire his, he'll fire the grenade. He'll fire the throwing grenade at Ryan Knight as Ryan Knight runs past. So it's a throw of 7 versus a stealth of 6. So it's attacker better by 1. Attacker better by 1 is a hit. And the grenade has a penetrate of 3 versus Ryan Knight's armor of 2. So attacker better by 1 is plus 0. So it does 4 damage, and that's Ryan Knight down for the count. So Ryan Knight, we're just going to kill him. Headless Horseman's ruthless. So Ryan Knight is out, Piccolo's out. Frost Dancer's in prison. Team White could just be going for a Valor win here by eliminating enough of the team. So Headless Horseman, Mr. Catskill doesn't need to shoot anymore. So that's it. That's it for the op fire shots. Hard to believe that wasn't Team White's turn. Then on to melee. There is none. I was really hoping I could get the assassin onto... Oh, he can only attack... He can't attack Cleo Penny. Anyway, so melee, nothing. On to adventuring. So we are going to adventure with these two, and here with that one. So... Oh, and then... So Cassina's done this one. I know this one's the respect of 5. And it is... Or 6. And her respect is... She's a dragon queen. Her respect is 7. So she's got that one. Okay, and then we're on to the 2 here, and then Rizik. So we will start with Jenny. Jenny has a stealth of 6 versus a challenge of 7. Defender is better by 1. Now, actually, I was rereading her card. It says once per game can use wits rating instead of normal rating. So her wits is 9. So she's going to use that to get in. We just need to be safe now. So it's defender better, attacker better by 2. Attacker better by 2 is she's in. And then Brad's stealth is 9. So he is attacker better by 1. Attacker better by 2. And Brad has failed to get in. Oh, Brad. Okay, so that's it. And then on to Rizik the Red. He is going to try to break that part of the base. So this is an intelligence-based thing. So HQ. So it's a 9 versus a 5. So it's the attacker better by 4. And he has failed. He has failed. And let's see what happens when you destroy enemy size. He's dismissed even. So he's even kicked out of that spot. So he is sent to a blue dome. So Rizik is kicked out of there, and he's going to a blue dome. I think we're going to go over here. Go over there. And that's it. So black team is down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 5 to 8. Which means white team only has to eliminate 2 more characters in order to secure the win. Oh, actually, I forgot to do an op fire for the Guardian of the Gate. I think we're going to do it against Cassina just because it makes more sense than trying to ping that assassin. The assassin just heals anyway. So unless you do some big damage. And the shots here, I could do 2 damage. So it can slow the assassin down a little bit, but it's probably better to go after Cassina. And only gets the 1 op fire shot. So yeah, so it's a aim of 5 versus her stealth of 3. So it's attacker better by 2 is a hit, and it's a penetrate of 6 with 2 damage versus her armor of 2. So better by 4 is negative 2 damage, so nothing taken. And that is it for the turn. So I'm going to put a score thing up at the end, but as I say, Team White has a commanding lead right now in all areas. Casina could go for the thing, but that's again only going to be 1 point out of all the points. I think it's better that she just stays behind right now and tries to... Oh, I never did pull Casina's card. For completing that challenge, she got Hutep's Jeweled Blade, and she's not proficient with any weapons. Yeah, well, it's a card she can use to transform into the dragon should she so choose. So that is it for the thing. So like Team Black has some recovery to do. I think they really need to just work at trying to just beat this team, beat their team members down and just regain some momentum on that front. I think a lot's going to depend on what the TIX assassin can do with William Wallace. If it can catch William Wallace and take him out, that's going to be huge. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot's still going on, but I'm not very confident for Team Black right now. Anyway, that's it. Signing off. If I've made any more mistakes, then please let me know in the comments section. But until then, I'm signing off. Thank you for watching. I'm Craig Thompson Wood, your host on Teaching with Board Games. Bye for now.